Welcome.
Do you see my
Okay.
presentation?
Yes. Welcome Incohis 2024 Spring Congress. I will give first order to dear admin from Albania and Tiran University. Dear admin, are you okay?
Yes. Do you see my presentation?
Yes, all right. Yes, all right.
Okay. Then I
Okay.
can start.
Dear admin, control is on your. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. My presentation, it will be a joint presentation with my colleagues, Dr. Jorga Stanas, and the topic will be water pollution because of mining activity. It's a review of the studies of water pollution in Fani River in Albania. A short introduction. One of the biggest problems in Albania is damage of natural ecosystem and environmental pollution. Among the other sources of the pollution, mining and processing industry mines is considerably. In Fani River, environmental pollution is the result of minerals formed by pyrite, chalcopyrite, sphalerite, galena, pyroxene, etc., in the condition of surface alteration in dams. The discovery and exploitation of many deposits developed of the copper processing industry. 2 minerals processing plants, metallurgical smelting plant, and copper refining plant were built. All the waste of this industry created mountains of waste which goes direct to the Fani River. The studies have shown that in addition to the presence of heavy metals that endanger the environment, a special place is occupied, the connection of certain elements with specific minerals. From the mineralogical and geochemical studies, new mineral formation and correlation between the consistent elements of the sterile dikes, flowing waters, and metallurgical slag result. From the studies, the real acid potential PDI of the technological waste of the dams of the beneficial factories in the Fani Valley has been determined. This acid environment transports a significant amount of heavy metals, which, depending on the water discharge, temperature, and pH, will constitute a serious threat to the environment. What was the method used from the studies? The first was field observation in order to highlight the state of pollution sources. Second was taking water samples along the Fani River. And the third one was the study of the phase composition, interpretation of the results to make recommendation for the most efficient measures for the elimination of pollution. What was the field observation? The first observation was the water of the Fani Vogel, this is the name of the place, and of the feeder streams in order to see the effects of the water pollution from the leaching of stocks and sulfur minerals areas that flow from the Spatch, Reps, and Kulaji soaks. The surveys was taken about 11 points during the course of the river. This is the view of the place. As you can see, the rivers go like with the meanders around the hills and the mountains, and all these places here, when you see like in brown or black, it's a part of the pollution coming from mining to the river. The second one was monitoring of water leaks in the potential ore stocks of the mining works in Spatch. And the third one was making photos of the sterile dams, of their flowing waters, as well as of the mouth on the surface of the underground mining works and surround environment. You see, this photo shows a satellite image of the Spatch mining. Here is the mineral processing plant of the Spatch, and here is the dam when all the waste was deposited in the valley of the dispatch, and you see there is a connection with the river down. So all this go directly to the Fani River downstairs. Field observation continue with the taking water samples in order to evaluate the chemistry of the waters in the technological ways of the environment. Factories during the field observation samples were taken in their flowing waters as well as in several fixed points along the entire length of the Fani Vogel River. In this region, there are more than 40 discovery and exploitation galleries, over than 1,000 drilling wells, with hundreds of channels and exploration mining wells have been carried out, processes that affect the surface water pollution. The observation and analysis in the different studies, especially in gallery number 1, where the pH value is 7.5, while the content of copper and zinc in the water of the Fani River below this gallery reached the highest value, respectively 0.547 milligram per liter and 0.295 milligram per liter. Such near neutral pH values could be explained by the significant presence of the chlorides in the volcanic rocks of the area. About the observation and analysis in the dams of the West, the first one is no ambush for stopping the flow and distribution of the slurry powder of the technological waste of the dam on the banks of the Fani River. The second one is deep furrows caused by erosion and rainfall inside the dams, as well as sliding of sterile masses towards the Fani River. The third one is the drainage channels of the dams are blocked and do not work, and such situation with pools of water is also observed on the surface of the dam square 2 in Reps and in the slag of the metallurgy in the stock of the mining in Rubik. Studies results taking the observation on the waters of the Fani Vogel River and Streza stream, we see 4 important points. First one, intensive iron coating of the riverbed in the periphery of the embankment. The second one, a white layer you see in the first photo, accompanying the iron minerals and sediments mainly around the floodplains and riverbeds. The third one, in the slag dam of the copper smelting plant in Rubik, in addition to intense limonization in the storage, material cracks and sliding of the dam towards the bed of the Fani River also was observed. The last one, the water of the stream of Lai in the southeast of the city of Reps, flow white and sediments laid down have the same color. It's interesting the removal of sulfides and their products. You see 2 photos here. And on the slopes of the hills of Spatch, there are 12 galleries. In some of the galleries, acid water's flow is expressed by the low values of pH 3.8 to 4.5. About the sulfur minerals areas on the surface of the sources are easily washed away by surface waters, affecting the increase of their acidity. The mining works already carried out in this place continue to enable the leaching of ore and acid waters and high contents of the heavy elements. And the last, the presence of pyrit mineralization on the surface of soils called gourd and spachi, and the steppe terrain of their occurrence helps their natural leaching and flow into the stream. The risk of chemical pollution of runoff waters of technological waste dams of the copper industry. All this region is full of mining industry. And you see the table here with the green color, they are per meter standard of liquid discharge. You see the pH is 6 to 9. Ferric nickel is 3.5, copper 0.5, zinc 1, and nickel 0.5. And if you go to point of our observation, you see with the red color the value after the analysis, which are many higher than the permissible standards. If you see this map, it's a general map with the most important data. All the residue, we have over 50,000 meters square affected by pollution. Around 50 hectares are contaminated with heavy metals. About 1.7 million tons of the steriles go to the river for a long time, all these periods, and the pollution values exceed the allowed values several times. As a conclusion and recommendations, we can say that the water pollution in Fani River Valley is caused by mining activity for exploitation of copper ore, enrichment and metallurgical industry, deposit of technological waste or dams, and analysis and assessment on environment risks shows that ecosystem of Fani Valley is damaged by copper mining and processing industry, and their contents exceed the allowed values several times. Over 50,000 meters square affected by pollution and contaminated with heavy metals, and 1.7 million tons steriles from the dams. They have given high impact in the bed of the Fani River sedimented there. As a recommendation, the first one is to take some measures and interventions to reduce the possibility of sulfide oxidation. And there has been a proposal for 3 measures. First is to cover all the dam deposits with membranes, to clean the side ditches of the diks and drainage channels, plowing and planting of dik slopes to control and curb the erosion. The second type of measures is to isolate acid leaching products through isolation of products in roof or isolation of runoff from the dams. And the last one type of the measure is to make neutralization of toxic elements surrounding with limestones, wall deposit of dams, and running water tanks. And the last one, drainage of runoff through chloride filters. This is all what I present with my colleagues. So thank you very much. Here's some reference if you want, we can send to you. I am ready for any question that you may have. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. If anyone has any question, I'm ready.
Professor, thank you very much for interesting presentation. Nowadays, it's a really very important topic in Portugal also. I would like to know, in your opinion, if we will consider, for example, biodiversity on these areas, how do you think, is it possible to recover those ecosystems damaged by mining activities, in your opinion? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor, for the question. In fact, in our presentation, we didn't put stress about this biodiversity. We just saw the situation of the waters, but it's very important to make the recovery and rehabilitation of the environment. In some of the areas, of course, there is possible to make it. The most danger area there is the metallurgy plants and this other dam. We'll try to make some cleanings of the area and to make to input some filters in the end of the dams. And another way is to stop the leaking of the waters. For example, in this enrichment plant, there is a new project to make the rehabilitation of this area, not only by planting trees, etc., but also by building a water treatment plant. It means that the water which will go to the river, it will be clear and it will make better condition for the biodiversity and everything which is around the river and in the river also. I hope this answer gives some information, some answer to your question.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for valuable and useful information about water pollution. Dear Edmund, please close your sharing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I'd like the other order to Associate Prof. Amanbek. Dear Amanbek, are you ready? Dear Amanbek, please, Dear Amanbek, are you there? And dear Abner, welcome.
Welcome to all of you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. I apologize, I got linked a little bit later, but everything is okay now.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, dear Amanbek is not ready. And second order, dear Prof. Ludmila, are you ready, dear Ludmila?
Yes, yes. Just a moment. Yes, I'm ready.
Ludmila, I want to please just a small session, small presentation. Okay.
Small presentation.
Small. Max duration is
okay.
5 or 8 minutes, please.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Control is on your.
Thank you. Is my presentation visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. So today I would like to talk about...
Mila, it's mine, sorry.
Sorry?
Okay.
I'm sorry, who will present, me or Professor Desire?
You.
Dear Nazara, please
Wait.
your presentation.
But if
Nazara.
Professor Desire wants to present, maybe we will allow to do this to her.
No, because now I'm a problem. I can't.
It's okay, please. You can do. You
Please
can do it.
close your sharing. Could you close?
I'm sorry, Mustafa. Maybe Professor Nazare, if she is ready, she can start. And she is sharing her presentation.
Okay. Okay. Now share is ready.
Yes, but it's not in the. Sorry, is not in the.
Dear Nazara, now this order is Ludmila. Ludmila, please share icon. Can you see share icon?
Just a moment.
Is Lyudmila to present now?
No. Dear Nazare, please wait just a minute because now order is Ludmila.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay. Okay.
Just a minute.
Sorry.
Dear Ludmila, control is on your.
Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Now I'm sharing.
No problem.
No, it's okay.
Cool. Okay.
It's okay. Now it's visible.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so I can start.
Please go on.
Okay, let's go on. So today I would like to talk about escape pathogens in the environment and antibiotic resistance and transmission vectors. So what does it mean, escape pathogens? Escape pathogens is an acronym that include several species of bacteria, such as Enterococcus faecium, Staphylococcus aureus, Klebsiella pneumoniae, Acinetobacter baumannii, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and Enterobacter species. And the World Health Organization published a list of pathogens for which new effective treatment was urgently needed, and it was in February 2017. And this broad list contains a group of pathogenic bacteria under priority status. What does it mean? This escape pathogen, title escape pathogens in this acronym was chosen not by accident, also because those bacteria can escape impact of antibiotics. So those pathogens are differentiated from other pathogens due to their increased resistance to commonly used antibiotics, such as penicillin, vancomycin, carbapaments, and more. So before to consider actually spreading of those bacteria in environment, we should pay attention for environmental pollution. And in this direction, we should consider impact of different kind of pharmaceuticals, which can contaminate environment. And if we will consider environmental health, we should use one concept. So one health concept is an integrated unifying approach to balance and optimize the health of people, animals, and environment. So actually One Health involves the public health, veterinary, and environmental sectors. Here you can see a percentage of pharmaceutical contamination globally, so including prognosis for, not prognosis actually, current situation for all countries. And as you can see, the highest percentage represented by anti-inflammatory drugs and antibiotics. Of course, those pharmaceuticals contaminate environment and also can cause spreading of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, including escape pathogens. And here on this diagram, you can see pharmaceutical substances in environment in different countries. As you can see, this blue legend represents contamination by antibiotics. And as you can see, Asian countries characterized the highest percentage of antibiotic contamination. And if you will consider ways of antibiotic contamination, so first of all, we should tell about incorrect disposal of expired pharmaceuticals through the sewage system, or also in solid waste for landfill. And pharmaceuticals are highly active, and as they target specific biology systems, they can impact also the physiology and behavior of organisms, including microorganisms. So pharmaceutical contamination and antibiotic-resistant microorganisms in agroecosystems and food chain are major public health challenge. And of course, considering contamination of environment by antibiotics, we should analyze environmental resistance. What does it mean, environmental resistance? Environmental resistance include all genes of antibiotic resistance that, which we can find or determine in the environment. And environmental resistance include, as you can see, soil resistance, water resistance, air resistance, human resistance, and animal resistance. And all those resistance interconnected, and could be realized transmission of antibiotic resistance genes between those sectors. And if we will analyze vectors of transmission or vectors of spreading of antibiotic resistance, of course, first of all, we should consider anthropogenic impact on environment. And in this area, we should also analyze generally environmental resistance, as I told before, including water resistance, soil resistance, and air resistance. By prognosis, which gave World Health Organization till 2050, we expect more deaths from antibiotic resistance, if, for example, from cancer. As you can see here, they represented in diagram their prognosis. So till 2050, we expect 10 million deaths, and from antimicrobial resistance, and from cancer 8.2 million. And here you can see World Health Organization presented list of priority list of antibiotic resistant bacteria. And here you can see that critical priority include Acinetobacter baumannii, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and Enterobacteriaceae. So all those bacteria are in critical priority list. What means that we should pay attention for monitoring additional investigation of escape pathogens in environment. And I would like to present also case study that we realized during 5 years. It was monitoring study, and those research were conducted according international protocols and standard microbiological methodics. And here I would like to present results actually of our study. So in our case, we analyzed agroecosystems which were contaminated by antibiotic. This antibiotic belongs to fluoroquinolones, enrofloxacin, and nowadays enrofloxacin producing by Bayer Corporation under trade name Baytril. So it's very popular antibiotic, and especially it's using in veterinary medicine. Why we decided to analyze contamination by this antibiotic? Because of specific structure and a special way of degradation of this antibiotic in environment. So this antibiotic can degrade by photolysis, can degrade by oxidation, but it's not sensitive to hydrolysis. And this is the reason that this antibiotic can persist for a long time in environment in compare with other antibiotics, and of course impact on soil microbiome, and not only on soil microbiome, cause changes in structure of environmental resistance, and also could be like additional hotspot of spreading antibiotic-resistant microorganisms, including escape pathogens. And here you can see results. Here represented data about antibiotic-resistant bacteria, which we isolated in 2016. And generally, we isolated 153 antibiotic-resistant bacteria, and 73 of them were escape pathogens. I will not analyze more deeply a list of those bacteria. I just will say about tendencies. So, and after 5 years, in those agroecosystems, we isolated 341 antibiotic-resistant bacteria, including 162 escape pathogens. So, as we can see, during this period, significantly increased number antibiotic-resistant microorganisms, including escape pathogens. Number of escape pathogens increasing practically in twice. And here you can see results, how changed number of escape pathogens in environment, in our case in agroecosystems. So significantly increased number of Enterococcus faecae, also increased number of pathogenic and antibiotic-resistant Escherichia coli. We know that our organism, normal microbiome, contains Escherichia coli, but not pathogenic strains. And increased also number in 3 times of Pseudomonas aeruginosa. And here you can see antibiotic-resistant profile. It means percentage of resistant isolates to some groups of antibiotic. Actually, those groups we used for determining antibiotic resistance. And let me make conclusion. So our research has shown that pharmaceutical contamination of environment has led to increase in the population of antibiotic-resistant microorganisms. And results of monitoring studies have shown that exogenous factors cause formation of environmental resistance and spread of antibiotic-resistant microorganisms. As I told, increased number more than in twice of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, including escape pathogens. So modern agroecosystems are the source of spreading of pathogenic and opportunistic microorganisms, including escape pathogens, with multiply antibiotic resistance and endangering human health. Overall, understanding the diverse transmission vectors of escape pathogens is essential for implementing control of their spread, and strategies such as improved hygiene practice, antimicrobial stewardship, and surveillance of environmental reservoirs are critical for mitigation the impact of those pathogens on public health. Thank you very much for your attention, and if you have some questions, I will answer with pleasure.
Thank you for valuable information, dear Ludmila. You have any question?
No, thank you, Professor. I don't have questions.
Thank you. Thank you. Dear Flora, you are ready? Your microphone is good now. Oh, we cannot hear. Flora, sorry. Okay, Flora, just a few minutes. Just a 3 minutes. Okay. I'd like to invite dear Nazare. Dear Nazare, Prof. Nazare from Portugal, from Coimbra University, Portugal. Dear Nazare, control is on your. Are you
Okay,
ready?
thank you.
Please. Okay. I can hear.
I try to now to share my presentation.
Could you see share icon? Top of the page or bottom of the page? I couldn't see your screen.
You can see the. You can see the presentation.
We can see your camera, but not your share. And now.
No, it is okay.
And now?
It is okay.
Yes, now it's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, control is on your.
Yes, but I want
have
to.
A nice presentation.
Yes, but not like this.
It's okay. It's perfect. We have all in all screen your presentation.
Yes, but yes. I can see in all screen. Okay, I'll start. Because I can't see in all screen, but I start. Okay. First of all, I want to say that I'm grateful for this invitation and the possibility to show the last results of our research, where Lyudmila also participated. This presentation is in the sequence of the last one that I made in last November, but this time I will speak about the valorization of winery wastes in order to obtain natural dyes for textile industry. Here I have the outline of my presentation. I start with the main objective. Then I will pass to the introduction, where I present some aspects of wine cultivation and wine production in Portugal, highlighting the wastes that this activity produced. And then I speak a little bit of the methodologies used in our experimental study, and then I go to the results, discussion, and finally the conclusions. The main objective of this study is to present the case study of a waste valorization. In this situation, the winery wastes, the grape pomace that becomes from the wine production, and we think that it must be used as a potential source of pigments for the textile industry. In fact, Portugal is recognized as a country with very good wine. We have 14 established wine regions that you can see here in the map, 12 of them in the mainland of Portugal and 2 in Azores. I just make a destack for 2 of them because they are very well known. Douro region in the north of Portugal, where is produced the famous Oporto wine, and also in Azores Island, where the wine vineyards are cultivated in lava soil, and this kind of wine has a particular taste. Portugal produces a lot of wine, as you can see in both diagrams. The first one shows the evolution of wine grapes production in tons over the last 21 years. And the other graphic in the bottom, we can show the evolution of wine production from 2010 to 2021. As you can see, in 2021, it was produced almost 7 million hectoliters of wine in Portugal. And because of this, Portugal got the 5th place in the top wine producer in the European Union. But as a consequence of the wine production, also we have a great amount of wastes are generated. Almost 25 to 45 of the weight of grapes that are processed to make the wine remains as waste. And this waste is the pomace that contains almost skin from the grapes, seeds, also some stems, and residues of the pulp of the grapes. This waste is usually used as fertilizer and to condition the soil, also as a source of natural antioxidant for food industry, and also to produce biofuels and energy. Also, this grape pomace contains a lot of bioactive substances that have cardiovascular, antioxidant, anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antimicrobial, and anti-aging properties with beneficial effects on human health. Also, this grape pomace is rich in anthocyanins that are responsible for the color of the grape pomace. And it's why we were thinking that this waste could be a successful source of natural dyes to the textiles. Our raw material that we used in this study was provided by a local wine maker not far from Coimbra in the Leiria region, and was obtained by pressing the final residues remain from the grapes fermentation process. This grape pomace becomes for a mixture of several grapes varieties that include red and white grapes. Here in this picture, you can see the sequence of steps that we used in the experimental work that we performed here at Coimbra. And you can see that the first step was the extraction of the pigments from the grape pomace. We used a solid liquid extraction. We used several solvents, water at different pH, since 2.4 acidic environment to 12.2 basic environment. And we used also a mixture of ethanol and water with 50% each. We perform this solid liquid extraction at 80 degrees during 3 hours. Then, at the end of the extraction process, we made the concentration of the solution, and also you try to lyophilize the solution to quantify the yield of extraction. The next step, the dyeing process, it becomes after the dissolved the material lyophilized, and we do the dyeing tests with 2 different durations, 100 minutes and 200 minutes. This dyeing process takes place at 50 degrees under agitation. For dyeing, we use 3 different kind of tissues, cotton, natural cotton, and with a treatment with cations, and also organic wool. I must say that each sample of tissue has a control that we called the blank, that underwent the same operation, but instead of dyeing solution, we put the tissue simply in water. The next step is to verify if the color that we obtained in the tissues are resistant, and if they are resistant to the conditions that the textiles will be submitted during the life cycle, namely when it will be washed and when it will be exposed to natural light. It's why the third step here is to evaluate the color fastness. For this, we wash the samples dyed first in cold water at 20 degrees and then in hot water during 10 minutes in agitation. After the samples washed were disposed in a tray and left to dry, exposed to the natural light. I must refer that we have the care to cover half of the surface of the samples to check after if the color is resistant to light. After 1 week, and finally, we measured the color obtained in the samples of tissue. In this picture, you can see the evolution of the extraction process during the 3 hours, because we took samples every hour during the extraction process, and we have 4 graphics corresponding to each solvent, and these samples were analyzed by spectrophotometry. You can see that in each of the 4 graphs we have a peak. This peak is typical of anthocyanins that we expect to extract. And we can see that over the time also this peak grows, and this is more expressive when the solvent used was a mixing of water and ethanol. It means that the process of extraction is effective and we can extract the pigment. Here you can see the the absorption spectra for samples that are dying, and this corresponds to the spectra of the solution before and after the dyeing process. The red one is before the dyeing, and the green one is the spectra obtained from the solution after dyeing. And as you can see, the peak corresponding from the pigment is lower after dyeing. It means that the color of the pigment are transferred to the tissue. I should emphasize this case that the solutions used here to obtain the spectrum were diluted 50 times. We made also the same kind of analysis of the solutions coming from the washing of the dye samples. With cold water is the line in blue, and the washing with water is the line red, the red one. And as you can see, the color comes back from the samples, and is the biggest problem to fix natural dyes in textiles. Is not only in the washing process that the colorants comes out from the textiles, but also during the exposition of light. Finally, after the samples being drying at light, natural light, we measured the color. We used the CIA lab color system that where we must measure 3 coordinates that are described here, L, A, and B. And with these coordinates, we can calculate a parameter, delta E, that gives the perception of color. Here is the results of the dye samples. We reproduce the color obtained in the tissues in RGB coordinates to show the results. And you can see here the dyed samples for all the solvents used to extract, and also for the 2 different dyeing times. As in all the cases, the parameter delta E is greater than 5, it means that we can pursue a different color from the control and the correspondent sample. As you can see, in general, the more intense color is obtained with cotton with the previous treatment with cations, which means that this treatment improves the fixation of the pigments. And another result that we can see from this table is that the time that the samples were immersed in the coloring bath have no influence of the color. As we can realize, to be 100 minutes or 200 minutes during the dyeing process doesn't make a great difference in the final color obtained in the tissue. As conclusions, I can say that this waste is a potential source of natural dyes for textiles. We obtain a very interesting palette of colors, and the coloration is uniform, ranging from the brownish gray for the best coloration to light brown. The colors appears interesting in the point of commercial point of view, but we are sure that this study deserves a deep study in order to improve the color fastness properties. Finally, I would like to express my gratitude to Tintex Textile that supply the fabrics and also give technical assistance, and also to the project that comes from the Portuguese Foundation for Science and Technology for the financial support, SOS Valor. Thank you for your attention, and I'm available for some questions that you can have.
Thank you very much for valuable and good information. Dear Nazare, talked about valorization of winery wastes for sustainable in the textile industry. Thank you again. You have any question? Okay. Dear Flora, now order is yours. Are you ready?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks, God. Thanks, God.
I did it from self. Okay, let's
okay.
hope to open the presentation in computer and to speak by the cellular. Okay? Can I do,
no
brother?
problem.
You are in the field of IT.
Okay. Just I want a small request. Please, max duration is 5 minutes. Okay.
Yes. Don't worry.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Is country is on you.
Okay, just to share. Oh. Okay. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So for this presentation, I choose something as I am a part of a project in my university that is related with electrical mobility in Albania. I choose something that is related with economic efficiency of this kind of electric mobility in Albania. It's not a so long presentation, so don't worry. The problem of traditional transport. As we know, until now, not now, but until in the recent years, almost all the countries have used traditional transport. That means that cars has been with fuel and not with electrical one. So, of course, that the electrical vehicles are more healthy used than the traditional transport. Mobility is essential for economic and social development, but traditional form of transport sector in most countries is not sustainable. Pollution is among the most serious problems brought about by this sector, by transport sector, that cause about 7.8 million years of life lost every year, which is translated into about $1 trillion in health damages globally. as we see, are figures that are very, very high. In continued transport is also a major driver of global warming, responsible for about a quarter of global greenhouse gas emissions from burning fossil fuels. Also, the need to decarbonize transport is urgent, given the large stock of vehicles in industrialized countries and the continued rapid motorization in low and middle income countries such as Albania. The transition toward electric mobility. Electric transportation is one of the most talked about instruments for putting the world on a zero carbon trajectory. Despite the advantages that electric vehicles bring, they remain a rarity in developing countries, including Albania also, that is a developing country. Most of the 6.6 million electric vehicle sales in the world in 2021 were concentrated in major global markets such as China, Europe, and the United States. And what is the reason for that? And not in the all world. Electric vehicles come to the market at a high price, sometimes more than 70% compared to conventional vehicles, creating a financial barrier for many consumers in developing countries. So that means that in countries that like Albania, it's difficult for the population to buy an electrical vehicle because are with a high price. Everyone is aware that the transition of electrical mobility is important, and in today's condition also is feasible. All countries need a plan to include electric vehicle in their sustainable mobility strategies. Therefore, developing countries in particular must prepare and promote the transition to electrical mobility as a critical element in an overall shift towards a sustainable development, transport, and energy system. As above, government support is required for electrical vehicle to be more of a climate policy than an industrial policy that just is happening now in industrial countries, in the developed countries. But that means that government and businesses needs to sell the electrical vehicle and not are thinking that to be a sprite situation in all countries, but let buy only part of the population. Policies in the European Union and the United States are more motivated by climate change, but also seek to protect jobs and ensure the competitiveness of their domestic auto industries. That means that government policies are focused in production in the vehicle. Electrical vehicle to have businesses, strong businesses, to have to save jobs of the workers that work in this kind of industry, and not that is thinking about the environment. However, even in Albania, possible entry points to a transition of electric mobility have been appeared for years. Electric buses and electric 2- and 3-wheeled vehicle are cost-effective starting points that also bring development benefits. Many taxi networks, especially in Tirana, work only with electric or hybrid vehicles. So in Albania, there is already a strong economic case for the adoption of electric mobility, which is certainly expected to improve further in the coming years, sorry. Some data for Albania, the record increase in the price of fuel during 2021, as well as the constant fluctuation during the 2023, have made the businesses and citizens of Albania orientate towards electric cars. The latest data show that in 2022, 675 electric vehicles were registered, while in the period January-July 2023, 874 vehicles were registered for the first time, which means 367% more compared to the year 2021. And until the September month of 2023, the number is 1,300 vehicles. Thus, there is a growing trend in the number of electrical cars, which are hybrid or fully electric. Also, the Ministry of Infrastructure and Energy have encouraged the use of electric cars by zeroing out the fees for the first registration of this kind of vehicles, such as technical control, driving permit, and car plates. Besides citizens, the businesses that use electric cars is the public taxi service, where the last 2 years the number of electric vehicles is grown fastly, giving them higher profitability. However, in relation to the total number of active vehicles in the country, this type of vehicles make up only 0.35% of the total number of the cars. Albania continues to join the objectives of sustainable development to achieve zero carbon by 2050. That's, in fact, I see it's very difficult to achieve this kind of objectives of the CDGs of the European one. Electric mobility has become a major trend in the mobility industry and energy due to its ability to improve energy efficiency and to reduce cost. Here are some of the key economic benefits of electrical mobility. First one, energy efficiency in electric mobility. Electric mobility offers a more efficient and cost-effective alternative to internal combustion vehicle, as electric vehicles are more energy efficient and have lower running costs. Electric vehicles are much more energy efficient than internal combustion vehicles, meaning they require less energy to travel a given distance. Secondly, cost reduction for companies. Improving energy efficiency and reducing costs are key factors for companies' competitiveness, and electric mobility can play an important role in this regard. Companies that adopt electric mobility choices can lower their fuel and maintenance costs, allowing them to improve profitability and be more competitive in an increasingly demanding market. Thirdly, contribution to sustainability. Electricity costs are more stable and predictable than fossil fuel costs, meaning that electrical vehicle owners can plan their spending more effectively. In addition, electricity can be generated from renewable sources such as solar or wind energy, which means that electrical mobility can contribute to a more stable economy and the reduction of dependence on fossil fuels. And as a summary, electric mobility is an opportunity to improve energy efficiency and reduce cost, which in turn contributes to sustainability and economic development. It is therefore important that companies, cities, and states adopt this technology to achieve a more sustainable and energy efficient future. And the expression join the green mobility or embrace the green mobility is current and more than necessary nowadays for a healthy life and for a sustainable use for natural resources. And that is all. Hope to be in time. Mustafa? Thank you.
Thank you, dear Flora. about valuable and useful information. Thank you again, and solve your microphone problem. And now order dear Abner or Amanbek.
Okay, may I start now?
Amanbek or Abner, are you ready?
Yes. Yes, I'm ready. May I share?
Okay. Okay. Sorry, dear Amanbek, you were last, but 5
Am I
minutes
shared
later.
now? Can you see my
Okay.
slide?
No, okay, share please.
I already shared.
Share please.
Is it okay?
No.
Now?
Share icon is top of the page. Okay, now ready.
Is it ready now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for invitation,
Okay.
first of all, to be part of the Incohis 2024 spring. My paper for today has the title Development of Mobile Robot for Remove Various Hazardous and Unexploded Devices. The paper is organized as following. Introduction, objectives of the research, robotic platform, image processing with Raspberry Pi 3, process of building the robotic platform and testing, and some conclusions and future work. In this work, a prototype has been developed, which is in future could be used by several people to remotely control various hazardous and unexploded devices. The project has been developed at low cost, indicating that in the future, creating a mobile device for demining or just object retrieval may not necessarily require significant investments. The platform features has a manipulator arm and capable of accurately maneuvering through hazardous areas to prevent damage from unexploded devices. Additionally, this mobile device can overcome most obstacles encountered on its path, even surpassing some of them. Here are given some technical components that this mobile robot disposes. It is controlled by two remote controllers, one of which controls the arm and the other controls the armless part of the platform. The purpose of the robot is to pick and place some object, suspicious object. This robotic arm has 5 degrees of freedom and consists of servo motors with different power, each with its own ID. Also, the microcontroller used for this robotic arm is CM700. The robotic arm is controlled by an RC100A remote controller, which continuously sends signals to the arm controller. Its construction is entirely made of metal and it is assumed to operate in difficult terrains. When we talk about the demining process, this robot, the main objective of this research is to design and develop for demining purposes of moving freely and operating efficiently in difficult terrains. Our main objectives for the development of this project have been the development of a prototype that can accomplish a great deal with very few financial resources. The electronics to realize the implementation of our project have cost very little, making our project very interesting for the future. Because today the goal is to create technological devices that can perform tasks that have costed in the past millions of euros, and now you can construct it with a little amount of money. The aim has been for the code written in C++ programming language to be as optimized as possible so that in the future it can serve as a good platform for the further development of other devices aimed at demining in difficult terrains. Okay. So on the right side, you can see the picture of the robotic platform that consists of two main parts, the platform and also the robotic arm. So the platform dimensions you can see here are 64 by 39, and the height is 26 centimeters. In addition, we try to introduce all the components that this mobile robot consists of. Here on the left side, we have DC motor, 4 of them installed in the platform. On the right side, there is a battery that might be used also for automotive cars. Further, we implemented DC, direct current to DC converter, implemented as well microcontrollers and motor drivers. So I'm not gonna in detail explain all of those components, but for sure the cost of each components were so low. Further, we used the DX6i remote controller to transmit and to receive data from the deminer to the mobile platform. There was also necessary to design few parts of this robot in order to place some controllers or some other devices that has been planned to be implemented in this project. So here are the holders that we already designed and printed out to the 3D printer. Further, we also integrated GPS that is possible to use for demining process when we want to mark the coordinates of the suspicious or unexploded ordnance, and we can register them. Here in this slide, you can see the part of the navigation code on Visual Studio. So it also took a lot of time just to adapt to the criteria that this mobile robot should complete. In this slide, you can see servo motors and all structure of the robotic arm. You can see that there are different servo motors with different power. That means that some of them should carry much more forces and torques. Here in this slide, you can see microcontroller, control device, also the part that remotely you can be able to control the robotic arm. What was also the feature of this project is that we did it, the programming in Robot+Task. So it also took a lot of time because it was a different part from the platform. So here is only shown in this slide just a part of this code. The integral part of the robotic platform was also the cameras, USB cameras, that can we be able to remotely control what the robot see. We can also in the remotely watch from the laptop. For image image processing, we used another mini computer called Raspberry Pi 3, and via Motion Eye software, we were able to control 2 USB cameras. Here is the scheme of the all communication among cameras, computer, router, and the computer from the other side that has been controlled by the deminer. Image processing was also part of this task, so we did also the programming of it in order to have the pictures taken from both cameras installed in the platform. I'm gonna. Can you see the movie? The part of this project were a group of students, and each of them had own task. So this was just a task that has been carried out in the laboratory, pick and place a bottle and controlled by computer. Okay, and the last slide. As a conclusion and the future work based on the design and fabrication process outlined in the paper, we can conclude as follows. The remote control of the robotic platform's movement has been achieved. The prototype of the robotic platform, constructed from metal parts and some 3D printed parts, along with other components, fulfills the presented function task, the capture of unidentified objects and their location to safe spaces for later disposal. The electrical devices and electronic components used for the prototype's operation are powered by a battery, which supplies the required voltage to each device as needed. In future, we plan to include artificial intelligence of the mobile robot in case of detecting the unexploited mind. Thank you for your attention. Okay.
Thank you, dear Abner. Dear Abner, sorry, I forgot it. Dear Abner is from Kosovo Hasan Prishtin University. Thank you for valuable and useful information. Okay. Sorry again, dear Aman Bey, for last order. Aman Bey, hazır mısınız?
Nasılsınız?
Teşekkür ederim. Hoş geldiniz.
Görüldü mü?
Hayır, şu anda göremedik. Tekrar tıklayalım. I would like invite dear Associate Prof. Aman Bey from Kyrgyzstan and Osh University. Dear Aman Bey, branch is philosophy. Tekrar tıklayalım. Paylaş.
Görüldü presentation.
Hayır.
Can you see the presentation?
Dear
Not
Aman
yet.
Bey,
Not yet.
Not yet.
dear Aman Bey, could you send your presentation for me
I'll
or
send to
for
you.
to chat area, and I will
Okay.
share as you.
Mhm.
Aman Bey Hoca, paylaş düğmesini tıklayalım. Ekranın en üstünde paylaş. Ekranın en üstünde paylaş düğmesi.
Balık eti.
Now, can you see it?
No, not yet. Please reshape. Okay.
But I already.
Okay, we can see.
Now is okay.
Okay.
Now it's okay. Okay.
Okay. Dear Aman, please be short, please. Max,
Burada
duration
Gazi
is
ellerinin
5 minutes.
Urfa
Okay, thank you very
madaniyatında
much. Control
Mali
is on
yorumlu-
your.
Burada Gazi ellerinin madaniyatında Mali orundu Padişah, Akın, İlimpoz, Zakirdi Muhammed Babur eyleydi. Anın çarmıçılığında başka orundu Babur'name başka çarması sanıladı. Bu öz mezgilindeki Orta Asya'da, İran'da, Afganistan'da, India'da жазылған çarmılarga salıştırmalı tengdeşi çok tarihi çarmıh olup sanıladı. Babur mıқты bayandaçı olup da sanıladı. Orta Asya Rönesansı toplanan madani fenomeni Navai'den деген ысыммен белгилүү bir Alişer'den başka hiç kim толық açıp bere algan emas. Ал öyle tili bolgan Çağatay tilin, poeziyanın saltı tili bolgan Fars tilinin dengелине көтөрүп, ошону менен түрк тилине жазылган чармаларга жол ачып берген. Жаналар Гераттан тартып, Босфор жана Индияга чейин тараган. Babur Alişerге эң обол акын жана жазуучу катары кеңири мүнөздөмө берет. Ал белгилегендей Наваи теңдешсиз адам. Башка айтканда өзгөчө, башкаларга окшогон адам болгон. Муну ырастап ал мындай дейт. Түрк тилинде ыр жазыла башталгандан бери аларда андан башка мынчалык көп жана мынчалык мыкты жараткан эч ким жок деп. Бул саптардагы Бабурдун Наваинин чармачылыгына өзгөчө урмат сый менен мамиле кылганын, анын генийине суктанганын айылдайт. Babur Navai'nin rubailerin, başka aytkanda 4 saptарын жакшы деп баалайт. Бирок ошол учурда Navai'nin айрым чармалары сапаты жагынан мурда жаралгандардан төмөн экенин белгилейт. Navai'nin чармачылыгын талдоону улантып Babur мындай деп жазат. Ал Перс диванында түзгөн. Персче жазган ырларында фани деген такалусту колдонгон. Ал жердеги ырлардын айрымдары жаман эмес, бирок көбү начар, сапаты төмөн. Babur bizge Navai'nin obrazын акын катары гана эмес, ага таандык бардык оң жана терс мүнөздөр менен көп кырды инсан катары тартуулайт. Анын үстүнө ал биздин оюбузча кыйналып кысталбастан жана объективдүү берүүгө аракет кылат. Babur Navai'nin кычык мүнөздүүлүгүн, башка айтканда кыйкымчылдыгы менен айырмаланган. Жана бул сапат башкалар ойлогондой бийликтин азырлыгынан эмес, анын тубаса сапаты болгон деп эсептейт. Ушул себептен улам Наваи анын ою боюнча өзүнүн дарегине айтылган тамашаларды өтө кабыл алган. Жана каяша айткандарга чыдаган эмес. Babur Navai'nin жүрөгүнүн назиктигин же сентименталдуулугун, кандайдыр бир шарттарда көзүнө жаш алып жире турганын белгилейт. Баса, Babur өзү да ошондой адам болгон. Navai'nin сезимталдыгы төмөнкү окуя ырастайт. Бир жолу Алишербек менен мырзанын ортосунда маек болду деп жазат Babur. Ошол маек мырзанын акылынын курчтугунан Алишербектин жүрөгүнүн сезимталдыгына кабар берет. Алишербек мырзанын кулагына көптөгөн жашырын сөздөрдү айтып туруп, ушул сөздөрдү унутуңуз деп койду дейт. Мырза ошол замат кайсы сөздөрдү деп сураптыр. Буга катуу таасирленген Алишербек көпкө ыйлады. Babur Navai'ni тамашакөй жана курс сөздү, шахмат ойногонду сүйүүчү катары гана эмес, ошондой эле чармачыл акыл эске ээ, ойлоп табуучулукка жакын адам катары мүнөздөгөн бир катар маалыматтарды дагы берет. Алишербек көп түрдүү нерселерди жана жакшы нерселерди ойлоп тапкан. Кимде ким өз ишинде жаңы нерсени ойлоп тапса, ошол нерсенин ийгиликтүүлүгүн камсыздоо үчүн аны Алишер деп атаган деп жазат Babur. Тимуридтердин 4-муунун өкүлү Хусейн Байкара бийликке келгенде Navai'ni мөөр сактоочу. Андан кийин султан Гератта жок маалда анын эмири жана башкаруучу кызматын аткаруучу кылып дайындаганын билебиз. Ошентип Хусейн Байкара Navai'ni мамлекеттеги 2 же 3 даражадагы кызматка көтөргөн. Babur Name'den Navai'nin айланасында адамдар жөнүндө көп маалыматтарды алууга болот. Негизинен Babur'дун Navai'nin айланасында чыгармачыл адамдар, акындар, музыканттар, сүрөтчүлөр, каллиграфтар жана башкалар болушкан. Navai ар дайым алардын арасынан муктаж болгондорго жардам берип, колдоо көрсөтүп келген. Ал бектердин жана кызмат адамдарынын башында тургандыктан ушундай мүмкүнчүлүккө ээ эле. Бабур Наваини меценат катары илим жана искусство адамдарынын мурда же кийин Алишербек сыяктуу көмөкчүсү же колдоочусу болгонбу, жокпу белгисиз деп эң сонун мүнөздөйт. Бабур бектин жардамы менен колдоосу менен ушунчалык атак даңкка ийгиликке жеткен адамдардын атын санайт. Бул жерде алардын айрымдарын атын атап кетели. Музыкалык аспаптар ойногон улуу устаттар, устат Кул Мухаммед, Шейх Наи же Хусейн Уди, ошондой эле устат Бекзат жана Шах Музафар. Башка айтканда, Наваи музыкага, искусствого жана өзгөчө живописке колдоо көрсөткөн. Наваинин колдоосунун аркасында көркөм сүрөт искусствосунун сапаты жана популярдыгы өскөн. Наваинин тушунда көптөгөн сүрөтчүлөр жогорку жиберчиликке жетишкен жана арасында ардактуу орунду легендарлуу Камалидин Бекзат. Башка айтканда, Герат миниатюрдук живопис мектебинин негиздөөчүсү, мыкты портретчи жана чыгыш кол жазмалардын иллюстратору элейт. Аны Бабур мынтип мүнөздөйт. Анда көркөм устачылыктын чеберчилиги бар эле. Бирок сакалсыздардын жүзүн начар тартат. Эгин өтө эле узартып жиберет. Сакалчандардын жүзүн абдан жакшы тартат. Бабурдун замандашы жеке тааныган Бекзаттын иллюстрациялары, жанрдык көрүнүштөрү, кадыр бартуу адамдар портреттери бүткүл мусулман дүйнөсүндө живопистин стандарттарын кайраңтады. Албетте, ал фрескаларды жана башка чоң эмгектерди жараткан, бирок алар сакталып калган эмес. Бекзат жана анын Самаркандтагы жана Персиянын Шираз шаарындагы замандаштары өздөрүнүн чыгармачылыгында мусулман дүйнөсүндөгү аларга чейинки бардык сүрөтчүлөргө караганда көбүрөөк табииликка жетишкен. Мындан тышкары алар башкаларга караганда өздөрү тарткан инсанга көбүрөөк көңүл бурушкан. Ошол эле учурда алардын деталдарга бай полотнолору өтө ритмдүү уюштурулуп, түстөрдүн ачыктыгы менен таң калтырат. Төмөнкү иллюстрацияларын мисал келтирип койсок болот. Бабур деген ысы менен Кул Мухаммед, Уди, Шейх Наи сыяктуу мыкты музыканттардын арасында жүргөн Наваи албетте музыка чыгарбай кое алган эмес. Бабурдун айтымында ал музыкада жакшы нерселерди жараткан. Анын кооз, накшилери бар деп эсептейт. Бабурнамеде Alişer Navai'nin öz ubağında Sufi'nin bir tuğan
Pardon
tarikat.
Aman Bek hocam, biraz kısaltabilir misiniz süreyi? Biraz kısaltabilir misiniz?
Bir dakika. Nakşibandiya kabul alıngan belli. Bирок ал саясатка катышып, искусствонун бардык түрлөрү, өзгөчө музыка жана каллиграфия менен алектенүүнү токтоткон эмес. Ошондуктан Бабур ал жашоодогу өз жолун уулу жок, кызы жок, аялы жок, үй бүлө күтпөстөн жалгыз жана жеңил басып өттү эң туура белгилейт. Бабурнамеде Наваи кээде дипломаттык милдеттерди аткарганы тууралуу да маалиметтер бар. Бабур ата менен бала касташып турган маалда Султан Хусейн мырзанын элчиси катары Алишербек анын уулу Бадизаман мырзага барган сүрөттөйт. Гератта Наваинин тегерегинде тамашачылдыгына жакын акын бир айда болгон. Ал Алишербекке көп жолу каяш айтып, ошонун айынан ал Гераттан кетип Азербайжанга кеткенде мажбур болгон деп айтылат. Бенайи Бабур жөнүндө көптөгөн маалыматтарды билген деп айтсак болот. Себеби Бабур менен Алишер Наваинин жолукканы жөнүндө маалымат дегеле жок. Ал эми Бабур менен ал Самаркандта жакын жерде жолугушкандан кийин ал айтат: "Мулла Бенайи менен кийин менин кызматымда көпкө калды" деп белгилеп атат. Бабурнамеде жолдо Наваинин жолугушканы тууралуу маалымат таба алган жокпуз. Бирок Бабур мынтип белгилейт: "Мен бул жолу Самаркандта экинчи жолугганымда Алишербек тирүү болчу" дейт. "Бир жолу атүгүл" дейт. "Мен андан кат алдым. Мен ага кат жиберип, артында өзүм жазган түркчө ырымды жаздым. Жоопкерликтер, башаламандыктар, дүрбөлөңдөр козголоңдо башталды" дейт. Демек, Бабур өзүнүн катына жана жазган катына ырына болгон Наваинин жообун күткөн эмес. Тилекке каршы Наваига жиберген каттын мазмуну тууралуу эч нерсе айтпайт. Наваинин өзүнүн Наваин пикирин билгиси келгендир деп ойлойбуз биз пикирибиздечи. Наваинин өмүрүнүн акыркы учурлары жөнүндө Бабур мынтип жазып атат: "Султан Хусейн мырза Астрабадка жасаган жортулдан кайтып келе жатканда Алишербек анын алдынан аттанып чыгат. Мырза менен учурашкан соң ал тезелеп тургусу келди. Бирок ага бир нерсе болуп, ордунан тура албады. Аны көтөрүп алып кетишти. Дарыгерлер анын оорусун аныктай алышкан жок. Эртеси ал таң эрте Аллахтын ырайымына бет алды." Ошентип Бабур Наваига өтө көп кырдуу, өзгөчө инсан катары өз дору үчүн эң толук жана биздин оюбузча абдан объективдүү мүнөздөмө берген. Муну менен катар ал арасында адамдарды сүрөттөп, ошол мезгилдеги турмуштун башка тармактары да көптөгөн кызыктуу маалыматтарды баяндаган. Ушунун аркасында Наваи биздин алдыбызга чыгыш кайра жаралдоорунда, албетте анын акыр кетабында калыптанган Бабурдун сөзүн айтканда теңдешси инсан катары чыга келет. Көңүл бурганыңыздар үчүн чоң рахмат. Илгиңиз үчүн чоң тешеккүр эдерим. Мустафа Кожам.
Thank you very much, dear Amanbek, from about Babur Shah. Thank you very much. Thank you again. Teşekkür ederim kıymetli Amanbek hocam. Okay, presentations and finish it. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contributions, and I'd appreciate for joining us. Thank you again. Next Congress will be face to face, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much
Thank you
for the
for all.
invitation.
Did you
Thank
hear
you.
me?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Keep
Thank
in
you
touch.
very much. Bye.
Bye bye.
Mustafa Kocam güle güle.
Güle
Bye.
güle.
Güle güle. Hoşça kalın.
Mustafa, did you hear me now?
Yes.
Ah, finally.
I can hear. Fine.
Microphone is
fine.
okay. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
brother. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you, sister. Bye.
Thank you.